Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you a very special video featuring the Panzer 5.4. This video is mainly going to be about just showing off this tank, basically, when it's top tier, because it is a little bit overpowered, as some people might say. But that's only because on a PC, this tank is a tier 6 medium with preferential matchmaking. But here on the Xbox, it's a tier 5 medium without preferential matchmaking. So you can see how some people might think it's a little bit overpowered for a tier 6 tank to be in a tier 5 game. And to a certain extent they're right. When it is top tier, this tank is pretty invincible. And it is balanced by the fact that the gun is not that great. And the turret armor is pretty weak. Also, the traverse speed on this tank is pretty bad. Although none of that matters when you're fighting tier 3 tanks. And as you can see, the artillery is trying to kill me. 5 artillery per team. What a nightmare. Anyway. Yeah, artillery is still trying to kill me. And they can't really kill me. I do have a medium spall liner, so it does help a little bit with the splash damage. This tank gets pretty good hull armor, so unless I get a penetrating hit, it's not going to do that much. As you can see, already I have 4 kills. The only 4 kills up until right now, when someone got a kill right there. Trying to get a little shot there. I do get lucky and hit the artillery. And someone else takes the kill. But now all artillery pieces are spotted, and all I have to do is shoot. So another artillery, someone else took out the other artillery. And all I have to shoot now is that little light tank. He's not trying to run away for some reason. And then right there he tries to turn, but I track him. And doesn't really stand a chance. Just like that, they only have 3 tanks left. One of them being the KV-1, tier 5 medium, tier 5 heavy. The only tanks that can really take on this tank one-on-one are the tier 5 heavies, I think. Because they have really good armor. Or good enough that this gun will fail when it's facing them head on. And you can use premium ammo. This tank does get a PCR, but it kind of defeats the purpose of using a premium tank if you're just going to spend all that money on premium ammo. So if you are fighting a tier 5 or higher heavy tanks, try and flank them, or try not to engage them one-on-one. This is a really rare tank. It was part of the Founders Pack when the game first came out, and they offered it again when during the 1-year anniversary of World of Tanks 360. And it is a really fun tank to play, especially when it's top tier. And as you can see, firing on the move, not very effective. But as you'll see, ramming a tank, very effective. Sent that T-49 flying for a few feet, I think. And just like that, 9 kills. High caliber, unsurprisingly, Bradley Walters Top Gun. It was only 1600 damage, but it was good enough for a high caliber in this game, because it was mostly lower tier tanks. Not really much of a challenge when you're fighting tier 3s and 4s. So yeah, in that case, I would say it's a little bit overpowered. But anyway, on to the next game. Here on Westfield, and this time it's a little bit more balanced, more fair. Both teams do have a few more tier 5s. And just because you're in a Panzer 5.4 doesn't automatically mean you're gonna win or do good at all. As you saw there, I got a little bit of lag. Someone spotted too many tanks at once. It was the enemy Panzer 5.4. And I'm struggling a little bit at the beginning. Can't seem to hit anything. Finally got a little bit lucky there. And still having trouble. Did a good shot there, tracked the tier 4 light. And there, someone takes the kill. I am taking hits. And I keep missing. So far, not a good example of what this tank can do. I'm not in a very good position. This tank doesn't get a good gun depression. It's another weakness of this tank. But I just bought the Panzer 5.4. I do get a little bit distracted and get shot by the Su-85. Ran the Panzer 5.4. Repair my ammo rack. And as you can see there, that traverse speed is pretty terrible. For a medium tank at least. M3 Lee doesn't stand a chance. He gets taken out by someone else though. I'm gonna try and make my way around. I'm gonna use this hill, this little dip, to try and flank the enemies. And as of right now, we are losing, just barely. It is pretty even. And this tank is really fast, so it's really good at flanking. First tank I see, a tier 5 premium. Don't have this tier 5 premium, the Chinese one, or the Japanese one I guess. Don't want to get those two confused. It doesn't get very good armor though. It's pretty easy to penetrate, even with this gun. It's up there that I bounced. Got a little bit of a bad angle there. And bad penetration too. Gets taken out though. Now's my chance to flank the enemies. Spot a Martyr 38T coming up the hill. Got some good speed going, so I'm gonna go for a ram. Didn't stand a chance. I could have stayed there for a couple seconds more, taking out that tier 3 light. But there's too many tanks out there. I don't know what's shooting at me. Almost killed that M4 Sherman with a ram. Finish him off though. Use his tank, his wreck as cover. Especially from that T-82. Pretty dangerous tier 3. M2 gone. Light tank poking out. Gone. Just like that. I have 6 kills. So yeah. Pretty good little flanking maneuver there. I am trying my luck firing on the move against this Churchill 3. Do get a little bit lucky. Hit him on the move. Finish him off. The only tank left right now is the KV-1. And as you're gonna see right now, why the tier 5 heavies are pretty hard to take down with this tank. That wasn't a very good example. He was, I couldn't see anything. But the only time I'm gonna damage him is if I hit the weak points in the front. And he is pretty well angled, and I can't see anything right now. But when he does pop up, there, he's really angled. This gun is not gonna penetrate. I do have to aim for those weak points, and I have to get lucky, like I did right there. But for the most part, this gun isn't gonna do very well. And the KV-1 gets a pretty good top gun, so I think one hit can finish me off. Probably. All he has to hit is my turret, and my turret is pretty weak. Side of the turret, he gets a little bit lucky. All I do is damage his observation port. But now that he's showing me his side, I can finally go for some side shots there. The side of the KV-1 is pretty weak. There you go, got a lucky fire there at the end. And someone killed themselves at the end though, don't know why. But yeah, another Radley Walters, ace tanker, steel wall, high caliber. That was a well-deserved Radley Walters there. 8 kills, 2800 damage in a tier 5 game. And this tank does get a little XP boost for a premium tank. If you played this tank, you know that you get a massive XP boost. That was only a tier 5 game, and I did make 2900 base experience, which is ridiculous. But yeah, this tank may or may not be overpowered. At tier 5, I'd say it's pretty overpowered, but it does have some really balancing features. Overall, I'd say almost everyone that has this tank will tell you it's a pretty fun tank to have. It's a pretty good tank to play. It's really fun, if anything, if nothing else. So yeah, if they ever offer it again, you should probably get it. It's a really fun tank. But anyway, that's it for this video. I'll see you next time.